Most defensive abilities in Madden 26 simply do not work very well, but there are a few that are very good and will help you get more stops. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the best abilities on defense you need to use to get more stops and win more games. Let's get into it now. Alright guys, so I've tested all the abilities on defense and I'm going to give you guys the sauce that I've been using to win more games and lock up. And I'm going to tell you guys the abilities that you need to use and the ones that you don't need to use. So first of all, let me start with some defensive back abilities if you want to use some on your DBs. So we're going to go ahead and look at some safeties right now. Kyle Hamilton has a lot of abilities. He's a good card to look at, and everybody should have him because, he's a free card. So right off bat, he does get pick artist. Pick artist at 2 AP, better catching, improved stamina on interception returns. This one actually works a fair amount. If you're going to use a DB ability, this is my top recommendation. Now, as far as some other DB abilities, like you're going to see, there's going to be, outside shade, which is fast reaction to receiver cuts outside the numbers. Then there's going to be KOs, like medium route KO. So I'm going to tell you guys, as far as like the outside shade, don't use that one. It does not work very well at all. Now, as far as KOs, I'm going to give you my personal opinion upon this. I think they suck. Other people will use them and they'll work like once in a blue moon. I have not seen KOs consistently work this year, especially the zone ones. If you're going to use any KOs, I'm going to recommend medium and short route KO. Those are the man ones. They still don't work a ton, but I've seen them work like once in a while. I don't know if I've literally seen a zone KO do anything this year. It could just be because of how bad zone is. It's awful. So that's going to be my recommendation on that. Now, let's get into some defensive line abilities because those are the abilities that I have been using the most. Now, you need to know something about these abilities. So there's going to be different types of players that get, pass rushing and run stopping abilities. And some players, they work better on than others. So let's go into these season players because, anybody can get these guys like Dre Greenlaw, Jonathan Allen. So let's look at Greenlaw and let's look at his stats. We can upgrade him, but even when upgraded, if you scroll down here to his defensive stats, he is not really going to get any sort of pass rush. 46 power move, 52 finesse, even upgraded, you're going to see that that's not going to do much. You go in here, we upgrade him all the way. Okay, his power moves went up 4, so they're at 50. No. That's going to make any abilities you spend on him pretty much not that great. Whereas somebody like Jonathan Allen, if we go ahead and look at his upgrade path, you're going to see if you look at his power move, it's going to be over 90. His finesse move is going to be an 80. So when you're spending ability points on pass rushing, I would definitely make sure that you're using it on actual pass rushers. You can see his block shedding is also high in the 80s, all right? Now, let's look at his abilities here. Real quick, guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. So we got Edge Threat Elite. That's going to be increased QB pressure, better rush moves. But in the past, this is also included under pressure, I believe is the ability to where, if he gets near the quarterback, you're going to have bad throws. So that actually could be useful on the edge, but that's not my preferred way of using him or using this type of player. And you'll see this is what I like. Double or nothing. But double or nothing grants dominant pass rush wins at twice the cost. So you're going to see that this ability is good on its own, but we can make it much better when we pair it with other abilities. And I have a couple different stacks that I like to use with this player specifically, and then I'll show you some other players that can do this as well or do similar things if you really want to set your D-line up to get the most pressure possible. Now, guys, if you're enjoying this content and you want more like it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, give me some comments, let me know what y'all thinking as well. So, if we go into the next ability bucket, you'll see Secure Tackler, No Outsiders, Lumberjack, Deflator, El Toro, Unpredictable, Crusher, and Interior Threat. So in this section, there's actually two abilities that I like. There's going to be El Toro and Interior Threat. Personally, I like Interior Threat more with Double or Nothing. I feel like those two together is legit. Dominant pass rush moves from the interior. El Toro, dominant bull rush wins from max pass rush points. So you can see that El Toro's 2 AP, whereas Interior Threat is 3. So you could save AP on El Toro, but for me, I'm all in on the pass rush abilities. I'm not using anything on the DBs personally, so I don't mind using a lot of AP on my D-line. Now let's go to the next bucket, and you'll see that there's a few different options here for 2 AP that you could use. I like Instant Rebate, Successful Block Sheds, grant the pass rush point, that's 2 AP. Bogo's pretty good too, grants a free pass rush move after spending a point, also 2 AP. So we could potentially be at either 7 or 8 AP on this one player. He's very effective as a D tackle. Now there are a few other options for players that you could use if you want to get 2 D tackles that are absolute goons for the pass rush. Now, Howie Long, he's not technically a D tackle, but you can definitely use him as one. He actually, if you look at his stats, he has 79 speed, so he's reasonably fast. He has 88 block shed and 90 power move stock. That is really good for sure. And you'll see that he also gets Double or Nothing for 2 AP, right? Now, you'll see that here he gets the Interior Threat and El Toro, so you could do the same thing with him. If you had 8 AP on Allen, you could do 7 here. So we could do El Toro on one, Interior Threat on the other, and come back here with the Instant Rebate potentially. And yet there's another option. So if you want an actual D tackle, you'll see, where's he at here? We got William Perry. So, Jonathan Allen, he's a free card, right? These guys are, limited. I think they're like 2 million coins currently. So he has 90 block shed, 91 power move, 77 speed. He is also Eagles theme team, if you guys care about that, if anyone's still running Eagles. But he does get Double or Nothing. And if you go down here, he gets Interior Threat. Now, he doesn't get El Toro, I don't believe. So if you were to use him, you would need to use the El Toro on Allen. But you can still see he does get these others as well in the first slot. Where are we at? Instant Rebate. We're good. So my recommendation is to use all of your AP right now in your D-line. Put your 2 D tackles with these abilities and let the 4-man sheds go to work. After this latest patch, if you do not use abilities, you will not get any sheds, and the offense will have all day long to make reads. We don't want that. This is the best way to use your ability points, and I promise you guys, if you copy this, you will get more stops and more pressure immediately.